do together in some way? I know that's a difficult commercial question, but surely you guys have got access to probably the most consistent independent information.
The honest answer is I don't know, because I haven't read Rob's review yet. I've downloaded it to my desktop and it's there sitting waiting for me to review it. And it's one of those things with surveys that always worries me in terms of who's actually responding and how honestly are they responding. I'm sure statistically all these things get ironed out in the long run.
As a general point, not that survey just talking about that, but as a general point, I think it's saying that there probably is a need to have some kind of central single point of information that nobody can argue about. And are you, as an analyst and other analysts, not best placed to kind of promote that sort of thing?
Yes, but in the same way you would get one vendor doing a survey that would be argued against by the vendors, you would get one analyst doing a survey that would be argued against by other analyst firms. So where does the buck stop in terms of IT service management? You know, who's the highest authority in IT service management? Because to me, it ought to be them that conducts the survey. Whether they leverage people like Rob or an analyst firm or anyone else, it doesn't matter. But you know, I think if someone is going to do, let's say, a survey around ITIL, then perhaps it should be the owners of ITIL. In terms of who does one around IT service management, then maybe it ought to be the IT Service Management Forum or the SDI or maybe the HDI. I don't know.
I think that's one of the points Rob was making, and what he was effectively saying is some of the samples, I know our own sample was literally to our entire customer database and prospective customer database. It was also to the entire ITSMF membership. We even got some promotion of that internationally, and to the SDI membership. But I think what Rob is basically saying is if you're going to be polling ITSMF members, you'd expect them to be using ITIL in some way, shape or form. So is the sample biased? Yes, of course it is. So that's the point I think he was making. Yeah. Guys, have we got other news items? Because I'm conscious of the amount of time.
We better move on. Right, the second one. Sorry, that's my fault. I should have been watching the clock. I was up to a point, but then I got engaged and I can't multitask, as I mentioned earlier on. Observation from myself, a lot of vendors seem to be hiring, or at least tweeting about having vacancies, Hornbill being one of them. Yeah. Is the market picking up? I don't know.
Well, I think the market